Hello everyone, Duke here with the next episode of this Rome Remastered Historical Battles mini-series. We're on to the fourth battle now of the Alexander expansion, having made it through the crashy battle of Halicarnassus. We are now back onto the open field, I believe, with the Battle of Issus. Looking at this, it's quite concerning. Our army does look quite small here and reduced size, 66 men per unit, 35 in some. Not much cavalry against a pretty enormous Persian force here, so this could get very interesting indeed. I'm hoping that we're not going to have to be the ones attacking and that they're going to come onto us, because that's going to be very hard to take on head-on if we have to go on the offensive here. As always, we're going to be fighting on remastered settings, go for max difficulty, playing on very hard, of course, back to Issus, and yeah, let's see how we get on. We're halfway through now on Alexander's historical battles, and we've had a suspiciously okay time so far with these battles, except for Chaeronea, which I knew was going to be a slog. I'm hoping Issus isn't going to hold us up too much, but we're going to see if this small army can lead us to a big victory. So, as always, I'll let the battle intro play, and then we'll get cracking. So let's do this.
Armenian. River Pinarus, south of Issus. With the Persians in his rear, Alexander faces a seemingly impossible task. The Persian king Darius has taken the field, having lost so many of his generals in the Granicus defeat. A huge army, drawn from all over his vast kingdom that greatly outnumbers the invaders. Amongst them are the Immortals, infantry armed with both spear and bow. There are also units of heavy cavalry from Bactria, mercenary Greek heavy infantry, and bowmen from Mardia. Crossing the shallow waters, the Pinarus, in the face of the Persian army, seems an impossibility. But Alexander is a shrewd commander. The Persians will find it hard to outflank his small force on this narrow battlefield. And the keystone of their morale is their king. The opportunity to break Darius and his vast army is too tempting for a man of Alexander's heroic temperament.
You are joking. You can't honestly be telling me that I'm supposed to cross this river and face this army head on. That's enormous. Look at the size of it. Phalanxes and everything on the river. No, come on. There must be another way across. Surely. I'm looking at the minimap here. I can see some enemies behind us. I'm going to guess they're cavalry. Yeah, it's just we don't have the men to cross here and face them head on. I refuse to believe that is the only way to do this. So what I'm going to do, whatever's coming out of the woods. Oh no, actually no, it looks like slingers. Okay, fine. No, I'm happy to use my cavalry for that. That's okay. And what I will do instead is I'm not quite sure what the range is on there. Do they have missiles? I'm sure I saw some. Yeah, Mardian archers. That's right. Again, this is going to be a test run. I'm just going to deploy along here. Optimistically assume that he's going to come to me, and then we'll just see how this battle unfolds. So yeah, because we clearly don't have the numbers for an all-out offensive here. So let's send our cavalry across to face these archers, face these slingers down. Nice, yeah, they're already off. That's good. Exactly what I want to see. I'm just going to check if there's any shallow crossing anywhere. Doesn't seem like it. Right, how on earth? Look at this! We've got 634 men to their nearly 2,000. Sorry, but that's a bit weighted in against us, isn't it? I'm just going to run down the last of these archers here so that they don't come back. We have a whole hour, so I'm not too bothered about then running back and letting my men have some time to rest. So let's bring them back whilst I try and figure a plan out. Do I offer some archers? What happens if I put my archers up to target their Greek mercenaries? Let's try and avoid triggering. In fact, if I really want to avoid triggering them, I should run all the way over here first and then fire on this side. Oh, they're archers as well, so I've got 3 units. Eek. Oh. What on earth are we supposed to do here? There's no way over here. Which of these is our weakest? Oh, they're all heavy, which is good to see. I'm just wondering if we can bait them into attacking us. There's some dead soldiers here for some reason. I don't know why. That's weird. There's some here as well, look. I don't know what's going on there, but okay. Can I offer these guys up to draw their missile fire? Right, that's them completely wiped, so if we walk here, these archers are going to completely kill us. But I've got no other choice. I have absolutely no other option. So off we go. Let's just see what happens, I guess. Alright, we're getting charged. Should I send my cavalry in to go fight them? Should I keep sending these guys up? Right, I'm already down to 78% troop count. I guess the only thing is it doesn't have to be pretty. It's not like this battle carries over to the next one. I just need to get a win. That's all what it takes. Right, how we doing, boys? Right, Scythian mounted archers are fleeing, which makes me hope that these guys will flee soon as well. No, we're fleeing. Not good, not good. Right, well, our cavalry's doing well at least. Fine to the death, I don't want that. Why won't they break? Ah, right, okay, now they're doing something. Nice, they're finally down. Okay, let's get the men back. It's too late for my infantry, but I can get my cavalry back and see what happens here. Oh, I was hoping that they were drowning for a second there, but they're not. Right, so now they're crossing. Tell you what I might do, I might hit them while they're in the water, while they're absolutely confused. No. Okay. Well, okay, what did we learn from that first attempt? We learned that first we need to deal with these archers using our cavalry. That went perfectly fine. I'm happy to do that again. We know that an infantry assault is suicide, even against their weaker Kadakis units here. It didn't go very well, so we can't risk an assault like that. But what did happen was when we did cross, or send some units across, it did trigger an all-out assault. I wonder if we can bait that to happen a little earlier. But let's first deal with these archers here. Let's get these guys just tidied up, get them done, and then we'll try and figure out what we're going to do about these guys. Oof! Look at the range! Meanwhile, I suppose I can get my archers to start firing on their spears or something. We should be able to find them without them hitting us because we're a little teeny weeny bit further away. Great. I don't think they're going to come back, so I'm going to leave that there. Right, what might be an idea is deploying our men, maybe up on this hill. These guys behind, along with them. What? Who's throwing their missiles? Oh, the slingers are back. Right, okay. Well, let's assume that that's that. Okay. Right, you know what I'm thinking of doing? I'm thinking of waiting until my missiles have used up their missiles, and then using these guys to maybe see if they can be the ones to trigger the army. It's done a little something. It's done something. Right, the archers are dead, so that's the end of them, obviously, but let's see what happens now. My plan is working a little too well so far, because I've just realised all my men are hidden. So let's first... Oh, whoop. My men lifted their phalanxes up. Why did they do that? That's not a good idea, guys. And we've got a big gap here for some reason. My men didn't deploy quite as I ordered, which is a little annoying. Right. Alex, go get rid of them. Go get them. Good. That's them taken care of. Let's redeploy. Spears down. Great. Right. All right. Little something, I guess. How are we now going to bait out the rest? It would be good to take out this cavalry while it's right there. Not you guys. You stay here. Because I don't think these guys are going to fall for the same trick now. Let's see if we can deal with these archers. Right, so far so good. They're getting mullered. Good, they're done. They're fighting to the death, so let's leave them alone now. Let's go help over here. Now this Bactrian horseman has just decimated my last 2 cavalry units, so... my other 2 cavalry units rather. But it has triggered the rest of the army to attack, which is excellent to see. Let's really try and finish off this unit. There we go. Right. This is good. Now we've triggered an almighty assault. I'm going to keep my cavalry back though, because I think I would like to try and swipe their archers from behind, because that could definitely swing it for them if we're not careful. And what's quite good is Darius himself is coming across, so maybe we'll be able to get him. These guys are going to have all fire at will. I'm going to turn off skirmish mode because, you know, where the heck are they going to go? Oh, the spears are turned around. Whoa, 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 whoa! Not good. They turned around so quickly. I thought they were heading up the hill, but they didn't. Good news is they've wasted a few arrows trying to shoot Alexander, and he was out of range. Really hoping my men can hold here. Very bad news if we can't. Right, now let's go get them. Actually, these guys can go do that. Alex, you stay back for a moment, because they seem to be coming after you. So if we can... yeah, perfect. That's exactly what I wanted. I just needed a minimal charge in their rear to get these guys to break, and that's exactly what's happened. Great! Right, suddenly it's going really well. That old bar is getting more and more blue at the top. Yeah, definitely want to keep running those guys down. Alex, you're going to stop going a bit of a loop to try and get these guys away from the line and stop them from going around us and flanking us. Yeah, actually, I need 1 unit to chase them down, don't I? So I'll bring 1 back. The rest, I need them to actually run down. They're fighting to the death for some reason. This keeps happening, even though they're not surrounded. It's bizarre. If they want to stay there, then fine. No, they came back. They were so ineffective at running them down, they actually came back whilst being run down. That's how bad it were at it. Right, so yeah, I'm just going to charge these guys. I don't think they can hold up to Alexander's charge, so... I'm going to go get these guys, because this unit, like I say, it was so bad at running them down, they rallied. So I think that's the first time I've ever seen that happen before. But whatever. Just need Alexander to not die like a numpty. And, yeah, perfect. That's smashed that unit. Good. That unit's fleeing. That's good to see. I might send Alexander now. Yeah, I don't think these guys are going to be able to break through our phalanx. Ours are better, frankly. And they're going uphill, so this is going very nicely. Oh, they came back. Right at the last second. Right, let's go deal with them first, then. But our infantry should be okay, actually. I don't think that... I was trying to get Alexander wrapped up over there so we can come back and support, but... I don't think his support's going to be needed. My infantry line is doing perfectly well on this hill. The missiles are annoying, but at the same time our shields on high ground seem to be blocking most of them, so it's quite good. And the trees are giving us a bit of cover, I suppose, so that's good. Right, let's line up here. Yeah, I think once the odd spire gets to about here, that's usually a good sign. The enemy troop count's now at 30%. We're at 2/3 of our strength still, so I am happy with that. I've only got Alexander now as cavalry, and he's kind of reduced a little bit, so I can't keep throwing him around everywhere I want. What I will do is target these archers though. There's a lot of easy casualties to be given here. Right before we hit, I will use his ability so that he hangs back and doesn't die, because I have the worst luck in the world with generals dying. The only thing is their general is nearby, so... Right, one's off. Let's try another one. Darius... Yeah, great, okay, yeah, but Darius, sorry, he is standing there menacingly. I'm just putting back because I had a bad feeling. My sixth sense was going off. He might have died if that unit charged in, so I just didn't want to risk it. Right, these guys, I'm going to press forward to take these guys out, because they're not in danger anymore. I think we can easily just push and poke our way down the hill. Let's keep taking up bit by bit. I don't want to send Alexander to fight Darius himself. If I'm not mistaken, he's probably got chariots on wheels on his chariots. Yeah, wheels. Of course, he's got wheels on his chariots. Spikes on his wheels is what I'm trying to say. So I'd rather let my phalanxes do all the heavy lifting there. Wow, yeah, this has actually turned out to be quite trivial. I really thought we were in for an impossible battle here when I saw the setup, but the enemy general's off.
Press forward so that the
right, that must be it then, surely.
Is a broken tool.
Fighting to the death. Right. I can try and get him, but I don't think it matters too much because I doubt they're going to change history and let me not do any more battles if I kill Darius here. Oh no, there was a unit that came back. All right, let's go get him. Yeah, actually, I don't want to risk Alexander trying to kill him. If he dies at this juncture, it's just I've got no one to blame but myself. Alexander, he's right in the thick of it. Why is this unit? Is it because Darius is kind of nearby? But he's fleeing. I don't know why they would hold. Wow, so many units have rallied. What's going on? Alright. So be it. My Spacists will deal with them. Alexander will deal with the last of those archers. No, actually, we're not going to win that, are we? Alright, pull back. Alright, we dealt with the last of them. This is a bit bizarre. Everyone's sort of rallied as if a script is saying, right, when Darius starts fleeing, imagine the army rallies to save their emperor or something, because this is weird. And they're not breaking anymore. Bizarre. I'm confident we're still going to get this and everything. I'm not sweating. It's just kind of unusual. Not really seen this before. Let's finish off the last of this Mardian archer unit. Great. Yeah. Okay, guys. Finish off this mercenary infantry unit. I somehow don't think this is how the actual battle went in real life, but you never know. Yeah, honestly, if I had to hazard a guess, I would say that there is some sort of script that kicks in here when Darius flees and his men fight longer so that Darius can get away. That's my guess, but who knows? But it's not too big a problem. It just means that we've got to mop up very slowly. If I had more cavalry, I'd probably use them to do some of this, but I don't want to risk Alexander. Understand why, because if he dies... Oh, no, that's it! Way! Hey! Nice! I'm pleased with that. So that came to... We still had 61% of our army left. I'm amazed. Yeah, if you told me at the beginning of this episode when I saw that army would pull through with a majority of our army, I'd have laughed. Look at that. It looks so good when you look at this. It's 637 men beat 2,110 who were camped on a very defensive position, so we did very well there. Yep, end the battle.
The gods have favored you. The enemy are crushed. Your victory is complete.
Nice. Heroic victory. There's... Yeah, look at that. Incredible. Who got the most kills? Alexander, naturally. Who got the least? My Agrianian javelin. Yeah, I've in all these battles so far, I've not found much of a use for them besides carrying my siege equipment. Cool. And on their side, who was the most dangerous unit? The Bactrian cavalry. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me at all. Darius, did he get anything? Persian generals, but he got about 8 kills. All right, cool. Excellent. There we go, all back, and then in one take, remastered settings. And that's that. Yeah, that's another one done very hard. I'm going to talk over Brian Blessed now, but we've met Darius for the first time in the field, but not for the last time, I'm sure, as we now have to jump to the Battle of Gaugamela. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, we'll debrief in the next episode when we look at that. For now, I'm going to pretend that's not happening and keep riding this high. So, yeah, it's deceptive. That battle looks impossible with this army size and their army size and troop quality and their defensive position. But all that seems to have to happen is deal with those slingers at the beginning of the battle. Then, once you've done that, get into some kind of defensive position and sacrifice a unit or two to trigger the enemy to come across. And once they come across, they shouldn't be able to prove much of a threat to your phalangists, and let them mop up and let Alexander finish what's left. And don't chase Darius. Not much point, really. Let him get away. Don't risk Alexander. So excellent. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed that, guys. That was the Battle of Issus, as Brian Blessed said. Complete. And we're on to the Battle of Gaugamela, which looks absolutely enormous. God knows what that's going to be like, but we'll have to wait and see. So don't miss any of it, guys. I will catch you in the next one. Take care.